Hey guys, welcome back to the Hustle Network. It is Raylan. Thank you for tuning in today's video. Not all money is good money, and I'll tell you why. I have a host that I clean for Evolve. You know, he was very new to the platform in March, and he was trying to get the place booked. He asked me if I would do a tidy up, basically cleaning the place up, making it look like it's ready for Airbnb before the guest gets there. And mind you, I don't have to do any laundry or anything like that. I'm just letting the place, making it look good. I charge my clients or my host $45. I've had it maybe 3 or 4 times that's happened. And, I don't mind because I know I'm going to make way more money than that. Now, this is where the problem starts. A couple days later, I think it was 4 or 5 days later, according to this invoice. Yep. 3 days later, he had the guest check out. I went to go clean the place. Now, mind you, the time that it was the $45 payment, it was the 12th. The next clean was the 15th. On the 12th, he stated, "Hey, Raylan, I maxed out my credit cards. I'm really trying to get this place booked up. Evolve is taking its sweet time. I don't have any money. Is there any way you can send this invoice on the 1st?" And I said, "Sure, not a problem." Now, mind you, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's no big deal. I invoice people all the time and I wait on my money. It's really not a problem. Max out his credit cards is what I should have said. Red flag, but I didn't. So I ended up cleaning up the place 2 different times. I sent the invoice. A couple of days later go by, about 3 days. And I had texted him on the 2nd. And I said, "Hey, did you ever get the invoice? Just want to make sure that you were able to view it." No response. I texted him again. He finally responded and said he has a check getting cleared tomorrow. And I said, "Well, unfortunately, I've already given you 2 weeks to pay for the invoice because you said that you wanted to, basically I said because you wanted to retrieve funds is how I stated it." And he said, sorry for the late, no, wait, where is it? "Sorry, I have a check clearing today. I'm definitely not attempting not to pay you. Do you have Zelle?" Then he ended up paying the invoice. Because I told him, I've already waited 2 weeks for my money. I did you a favor. You didn't do me a favor. I did you a favor. Now, I just cleaned his house yesterday. He hasn't had any bookings since then, I think except for one, but he was in town from California. And I didn't clean it that time. So now that he's gone away in California, he said, "Hey, did you see the booking?" And I said, "I did. And actually, it's on my calendar. I'll be there tomorrow." He checked in and everything. The day of the clean, which was yesterday, he checked in with me. He actually called me and we spoke. I sent the invoice hours after cleaning because I had been in between cleans. And again, chasing him down for my money. Now this time he already knew I need payment after services rendered. And he didn't text me for a while. And then he said, at a video or at a photo shoot, I think he said something at a photo shoot, "I'll be done in an hour." Didn't pay it. I just looked on my Square account because you can see when someone has viewed an invoice. He just viewed it an hour ago. Didn't pay it. This is the red flag, because if you see that someone's viewing your invoice over and over and over, why aren't they paying the invoice? And it's been a few weeks. Even today, I have hosts that will pay me right after I clean. Sometimes it'll take them maybe 2 hours max, but for the most part, it's right after or I invoice. And this is where I want to tell you, have a contract in place or some type of thing stating that this is how your services work, because you have to remember, you're a business too. Even if you don't have a business license, even if you don't have that, still as a solo cleaner, you're a cleaner. You need to come up with something. Number 1, have a date of when you send invoices, whether it's going to be every 2 weeks, every Friday, right after the clean. Number 2, have a late fee so they will not pay you late. You need to make sure that you're letting them know, hey, I expect payment within 3 days, 2 days, a day, whatever. Because if you've already waited 2 weeks for your payment, they should be more than happy to hurry up and pay you because you waited 2 weeks. They got their money from Airbnb. Why shouldn't you? Also, number 3, what does the clean consist of? A lot of times people try to add in extra stuff. Sweeping off the porch. Can you put the trash out? Can you do the back patio? Can you clean out the garage? Can you go clean out whatever it is? Make sure you have this in your contract because it's really, really important. What else? Things like that. I can't really think about it on the top of my head, but this is what I'm talking about when not all money is good money. So I contacted Evolve and I let them know, I've been having trouble with payment. And I no longer will be cleaning for Steve. Now, I haven't let Steve know that yet because I haven't got my money. I have to let them know so they're aware. And then once I get my money from him, I'm going to let him know as well. Because if I let him know, he may say, shit, I'm not going to pay that because he may be upset. But it's important that I get the money first and then let him know. But I don't want to chase people down for money. And it's not like I'm in need of the money. It's more so it's money that I earned. I did the clean for you. I've already stated to you that payment is supposed to be received after the services. And if I took, it doesn't even matter. If I've communicated that to you and you've agreed, that's what it is. And this is why I say implement a contract. Sometimes with my new host, I didn't implement a contract because I was still in the learning phase. But if you are in the learning phase, I'm telling you now, implement a contract, implement some type of paperwork, let them know your rules and regulations and how things are supposed to go as well. And yeah, so don't feel like, oh man, like I don't even know if I want to get involved with Airbnb cleaning. It's great. I've never had this problem with the host. Not at all. But, this is a learning lesson for me. And whatever could go wrong will go wrong. So make sure that you cover yourself. Make sure you let people know, communicate. It's just really important.